Hey, hey, YouTube universe. This is Miss Max, and you are listening to Miss Max's Story Time, an adult entertainment channel. Now, I promised you some dark stories, and I deliver on my promises best of my ability. I am a human being, so they will have flaws and they will have foibles, but I typically make a promise and keep a promise. So here we go. I grew up in a time when women didn't report their rapes very often. Rapes by strangers sometimes were reported, especially if they were brutal and the woman had to go to the hospital, sometimes not. A lot of times women were re-traumatized by the investigators, either implying that it was her fault and she did something to bring it on, or she was asking for it. Wrong place, wrong time situation. I've had several girlfriends tell me they didn't report it for that reason. So, I did not report the following incident, and I probably should have, although I would have gotten in serious trouble with my folks because I was only 15. At that time, we lived in a really shitty neighborhood, and there was a gal, I'm going to call her Christmas Steele for the remainder of our relationship. She was 18 years older than me, and no, not 8. I was 15. She was 18, so she was 3 years older than I, and needed a wingman. And I fit the bill. I was able to sneak out and go and party at will. My guardian folk were otherwise distracted by their busy lives, etc. And I basically was incorrigible. One day we decided we were going to go take LSD with these guys. So we went to their apartment and we figured we were safe because their mother was there. And we dropped what was supposed to be acid with them. And I do not recommend underage drug taking by any stretch of the imagination. Your frontal lobe has not developed fully at the time in your teenage years. Supposedly it becomes fully developed between 24 and 25. I'm not sure science has caught up with physiology yet, but they're trying. Anywho, that being said, we dropped this acid with these guys, me and Christmas Steele. She was blonde, beautiful, teeth all day long, legs, body, rocking it. She had self-esteem issues and parental issues as well. Wild child from the gate. She and I got along just fine most of the time. However, there were some times that we did not. In any case, and I wear a scar from one of those times. In any case, we dropped this acid with these guys. Well, we thought it was acid, but it wasn't. What it ended up doing was pretty much knocking us out. So it might have been roofie type of thing. I'm not entirely sure what it was to this very day. So we had to lay down. So we laid down together, and she was pretty smart about these things as far as, getting roofied goes, I guess. She called me Maximus, for lack of a better lie, or exaggeration, or incognito name. So we'll just say Maximus, and Maxie for short. Please don't call me Maxie. It's not my favorite. So she says, Maximus, lay down with me. And so I said, okay. And so we cuddled each other like so tight that nobody could get in between us. But what it did was leave our backsides exposed. And these guys came in about half an hour into our laying down and decided that they were going to sexually assault us. They felt us up. They were trying to remove our clothing. We were struggling against it, but it wasn't going very well in our favor. At one point, we were hollering for the mother. We knew her name. We were hollering for her. I guess she had taken whatever she had taken and passed out because she was not available to help us at any point during our struggles. And we're on this twin bed, cuddling each other as tight as we could, telling these guys, no, stop it, no way. No, we don't want this, go away. But they didn't listen to us, and they were kind of laughing at our plight. It was horrible. Well, because whatever it was that they had given us had loosened up my inhibitions as far as what I cared about and what I didn't care about. And I don't know if it was on purpose, or I'd like to think that I was the superhero of the day, but honestly, I let out a loud and stinky fart just as one of the guys had his hands in between my legs. He said, "Oh, gross!" And the rest of the evening, they had let us alone. Christmas Steel, "Oh, Maximus, Maximus, you're my best friend. Thank you so much." And I'm like, "You betcha." Thinking, haha, here I come to save the day, mighty Maximus Mouse. But the moral of the story is we got up the next day and we split. And I'll never forget that. Almost sexual assault, 4 young men, 4 young predators, and saving the day by letting loose a loud and stinky fart. It's kind of funny. It's sick. It's sad. The guys that did that should have been prosecuted. I don't know where Christmas Steel is now. I imagine she's probably in a better place, if you know what I mean. However, that was a long time ago. But I encourage women to report these incidents so that predators don't have an opportunity to strike at other women. And with that, my dear fan, fiend, friend, follower, I will say a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the flip side.